What's up, everybody? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. We are checking out an artist that we haven't checked out on the channel before, at least not directly. We have seen him as a feature, I believe, on a Taylor Swift album. Folklore, maybe? I think so. Whichever one had the Long Pond sessions, which I think was Folklore, but anyways, comment down below. You guys will know better than me. In that reaction, there was a couple of people in the comment section that were saying that I need to check out more music from him. And then when I put out a video a couple weeks ago saying that I'm going to be doing album reactions again and that I was looking for suggestions, this is one of the albums that was requested. So we're checking out today. Bon Iver. I hope I'm saying it right. And the album is called For Emma, Forever Ago. This came out in 2008. It's only 9 songs, just under 40 minutes runtime. From a quick kind of scan of the tracks, I didn't recognize any of the names of the songs. Now, that being said, we have a song that's almost got 1 billion plays on it. Skinny Love. So we'll see if maybe we recognize that when we get to it. I don't know. Anyways, let's jump into this. For Emma, Forever Ago. Opening track is called Flume. Okay.
I wear my garment so it shows. Now you know.
Very delicate.
Only love is all gluey feathers on the flume. Sky is warm, she's the I am my mother on the wall with us all.
So right away, I'm very surprised at how delicate the song is and the register that he's singing in, because when I'm thinking back to the song he did with Taylor Swift, I remember his voice being very deep. And that, I think there was also a part where he did hit a high note in that, but so that's kind of like where my mind was, and that's not what we've gotten so far. So right away, have a bit of a surprise there. But let me pull this back just a little bit. Here we go.
I'm moving water shore to shore. Nothing's more. Only love is all. Let me
Okay, so I love the feeling that this is, happening in like an empty, quiet room, and that's with like some of the background noises that were going on, the echo, the sounds of like movement, you know, things kind of shifting. That was really cool. What an interesting opening track. Very, very interesting. I'm curious to see where we go from here in terms of like mood is kind of a thing. Like a lot of times when I'm checking out albums, I'm kind of looking for like a more balancing kind of situation. Now there are times where an entire album will be like one specific mood. But within that you can have like balancing act of up tempo, down tempo, even if the mood you're trying to convey is kind of the same or the tone that you're trying to convey is the same across, but like you can kind of have balance by having some variety in that. So I'm curious to see how we're gonna progress here. The second track looks like is called Lump Sum. Let's check this out. Okay. Mm.
So my cold night, a heavy stone. So my red rose for a venture home, to vanish on about, sailing slow. Fit it all, fit it in the dope. So the story goes, color thereof. Film it as historical. My mind could not pump the pump.
Okay, so as I was saying before we got into this, I was wondering if we are gonna have that shift. And the interesting thing is like vocally, he's still kind of keeping it slow. We're still singing in falsetto. Now that's something I'm curious about if we're gonna get the whole album in this falsetto kind of delivery. But it sounds beautiful. But notice that the instrumentation, right? We have a much more up tempo, faster sound, and that's like even though the rest of it kind of sounds like it could kind of match the vibe from the previous song, but that's how you get the variety. So already I'm really happy to hear kind of like these two songs back to back. Very cool.
So the story goes, balance we won't know. We
Very cool. Very interesting sounds. I mean, I think it's hard because like only having heard him as a feature, I really had no clue aside from hearing him on that song. I really had no clue like what I was gonna be listening to. So, um, interesting. This one is the one that has a lot of plays on it. So I'm wondering if this was like a single or something. This one's called Skinny Love. Okay, I like this vibe.
Come on, skinny love, just let's sing it. So pour a little salt we will never eat. My, 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 my. Staring at the sink of blood across beneath.
I like that we're kind of getting some breakout from the falsetto there.
So I love to wreck it all. Cut out all the ropes and let me fall. My, 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 my. Right in this moment, this all is all. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you,
Ooh.
and it will be a different kind.
No, 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 sorry.
And I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you, and it will be a different kind. And I'm holding all the tickets, and you'll be owning all the fine.
Wow. I love how, as that kind of progressed, the intensity in his delivery and his voice, the emotion, all of those things kind of also progressed. Um, that was awesome. I really like that.
Come on, skinny love, what happened? Circled on the hope and leprosy. My, 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 my. Someone noticed food so slow on the split. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And now all your love is wasted, and then who the hell was I? And I'm breaking at the bridges, and at the end of all your life.
Really good layering in that part too.
Who will love you? Who will find? Who will fall behind?
Wow. I like that one a lot. That's definitely my like. I was about to say that's my favorite so far. Uh, that's hard to say because I don't know. I kind of felt like the previous tracks were like just artistically speaking were like really interesting, but Skinny Love is I understand why it has so many plays. I guess is where what I'm trying to get at. Like I would listen to that on repeat at least a few times for sure. Um, very cool. Let's jump into the next one. This is The Wolves, Act 1 and 2. Slightly longer song here. Slowing things down again.
Someday my pain, someday my pain will mock you, harness your blame, harness your blame, walk through. With the wild wolves around.
I thought I heard a kid crying. I don't know if that was something in the song or when you got kids like you get phantom cries. My wife and I talk about this all the time. We'll just randomly be sitting there and be like somebody crying. Sometimes it is. Okay. It's in here. That the sound is from the song. Cuz like there's a park right outside like behind my office right back here. And there's kids playing there, but like right now, most kids should be at school right now. So I was just like, oh no, did a kid fall or get hurt or something? It's from the song. Okay.
With the wild wolves around you. In the morning I'll call you, send it farther on. Solace my game.
Okay, before we kind of continue that, there's something I'm noticing that he does in these gaps. He's using the gaps really well and the absence of sound. And then he'll kind of give you like a very soft, delicate something happening. Right? So listen to this one.
All the wrong.
That. See? Oh, that's so cool.
Solace my game starts. You swing wide your crane. Swing wide your crane. Run me through. And the stories all over you. In the morning I'll call you. Can't you find a clue? When your eyes are all painted Sinatra blue.
Mm-hmm.
What might
I'm sorry. I wanted to let it play, but see, that's what I'm talking about. That whole section, you just felt just things kind of building, and then we kind of like disappeared to almost nothing. And in that nothingness, you have these little tiny sounds going on. And he's using that technique like really, really well. Mm. Ooh, I like that offset delivery. Oh, there's that deep one that I'm. Dude, what kind of range does this dude have? That's crazy. Wow, so interesting. Hmm. Um, yeah, I mean, just like what an interesting artist. What an interesting project. And like, I'm usually trying to guess like what stuff is about, but I think without any like backstory, I don't know if the whole thing, because it's called For Emma Forever, right? For Emma Forever Ago. Um, so I don't know if that is like the greater story that's kind of going on. Would kind of be my guess. But like each song individually, I'm struggling to kind of like, it feels very like kind of cryptic. And I don't know if you need to know more about him to know specifically what he's talking about. Um, but it's beautiful so far. I mean, let's check out the next one. This is Blindsided. See what we got. Whoa, he hits that so nice. I have to say that like I've already mentioned this once so far in this album reaction, but like his layering is so good. But it's so good because I'm very sorry guys. I'm a little unwell, so I'm having a hard time breathing and I've got this tickle that just won't go away. Um he's really good at layering, especially because his voice seems to have this crazy range. Like the way, like how high he can go is incredible. But then he's got this super deep voice that comes in. But like he's doing that deep voice there just so delicate in the background. And it all just it just mixes super, super well. And it's just super pleasant to listen to. Into the period, not really like this. Picking up. Probably priceless. I caught the moon on
'Cause blinded, I am blindsided. Would you really rush out? Would you really rush out? Would you really rush out? Falling down. Would you really rush out? Would you really rush out? Falling down. 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 Falling down.
What was that sound? I talked about earlier, like balancing through tempo. Then I talked about how he's using like the absence of sound. But the other thing that he's using through this album is volume. So you're getting this crazy like variety of kind of things or tools that he's using to make you feel what you're supposed to feel in those moments. Sometimes the music is like really, just low volume, chilling, and then it'll kind of build. And then, sometimes it's a slower tempo, sometimes it's a faster tempo. Sometimes there's no sound, sometimes there's little tiny delicate sounds in the quiet. And there's just like this wide range of things that you're kind of experiencing as you listen to this. Is very cool.
Down to the shoreline, the end of the bloodline. The moon is a cold land. There's a pole to the floor.
I love his
My
delivery of flow.
feet melt the snow for the irony. I'd rather know. 'Cause blinded, I was blindsided.
Mm. Wow, his voice is beautiful, man. Holy smokes. Wow. Man, I gotta say his voice is like definitely blowing me away. It's so beautiful. What is this called? This is Creature Fear. Okay. Guys, I may switch to sitting down in a moment just because I'm feeling like really beat up from my workout this morning. I thought I'd be able to stand, but like I'm starting to feel a little bit sore and crampy. Creature Fear. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down.
fool. Was a long visit wrong? Say you are the only. So many foreign roads.
I was not expecting that switch right there. In my head I was kind of like, oh, I was hoping for something a little bit faster after the last couple tracks. And here it is. So it's so far it's very, very well balanced in that regard.
So many foreign roads, so relatively far, so ready for us, so ready for us, a creature fear. I was teased by your blouse, spit out by your mouth. I was loud by your load, seminary soul.
Ooh.
Tail on, take all the window. Soft bloody nose, sounding on the floor.
We're gonna go big here again. Right.
So many territories ready to reform. Don't let it form us. Don't let it form us. A creature fear. So did it for his own. Is he ready to reform? So many Taurus, so many for us, a creature fear.
Okay. Smooth transition into what I'm going to assume might be an interlude type of situation. It's called Team. It went straight into this track from the last one, and it's only 2 minutes long. Whistling. Wow. I mean, this is. I'm definitely like, you know, We're almost at the end of the album. We got 2 tracks left. But before I even finish the album, I'm already left feeling like more curious about this artist than I was prior to listening to this album. And I don't know if that was done intentionally by whoever it was that requested this album. But I'm kind of left feeling like I want to know more because I feel like I didn't learn anything. Like, you know, just that he has a beautiful voice, very artistic, creative, kind of like production throughout this thing. We've already talked about the use of all the different things that I've noticed. So, I'm just kind of sitting here like I want to know more. Let's see. We got this track called For Emma. Let's see what this is about. Okay. I like this feel. Whoa. Wow. Okay, I love the delivery of those 2 lines back to back, for every life, and especially how he's delivering the word parable, the layering on it, the delivery of it. Wow, I'm very sorry. We got to pull that back and listen to that one again. Oh, that's nice. So sorry. Okay, getting some. Oh, he's delivering that so good. Like a trumpet, maybe? Or maybe a Wow, fantastic. I mean, I think we got a little bit more insight as I was kind of hoping for some more insight. And, maybe in regards to who Emma is, looks like it's a past love interest, perhaps. This seems fairly telling. Go find another lover. Starts to say to bring along, but instead stops himself and says to string along with all your lies. And then being able to say you're still very lovable. I mean, that makes this very relatable. I'm sure we've all had that relationship that just wasn't good. But you love the person. That doesn't mean you don't love the person. And, just because it's over and just because there's the realization that this is not good for you and that it needs to end, doesn't mean that you immediately stop loving the person. So when it says you're still very lovable, that this is a very relatable concept, I believe, and I feel, you know, for Emma forever ago, and maybe that's a sign of like it being a chapter that's closed. I wonder if now that we have this kind of insight, having heard for Emma now, if we went back and listened to the whole album again, would we pick up more meaning from those songs, which at times felt cryptic? Again, when I went into this, I don't know who Emma is. I don't know if it's a family member. I don't know if it's somebody he's lost, like somebody who's passed away, or if it's somebody who he's lost a relationship with, if somebody who was ex, partner of his. Like, I had no information. But now it feels like some of that has been filled in with this last verse right here. So interesting. Let's listen to the last track, which is Re-Stacks. I know it says re. I don't know what that means. Long track to end it. 6 minutes and 41 seconds. Wow.
This my excavation to days cool. Everything that happens is from now. This is boring. This is paralyzed. I keep throwing it down to it's hard to find it when your money's gone and you're drunk as hell. On your back with the Rex as the stacks you load.
Okay, like that delivery.
Back with the Rex and the stacks you load. Back with the Rex and the stacking you load. I've been twisting to the sun.
just silence to like the next 30 seconds. Well, oh, something. This is a very interesting album. To be honest with you, on one listen, I'm not really sure what to take, like what to completely make of it. I kind of feel like getting to the end and getting like more clarity on for Emma, like who Emma might be to him, could give this album even greater meaning as I would listen to the songs again. So I think that's something that I will plan to do this week. Maybe not on video, look, probably not on video, but when I'm driving around and stuff, I have just these empty windows of driving in a car, where I can put something on, and I feel like I want to put this on and really look at those first seven tracks again. I mean, you look at the ninth one, and at the end of the ninth one, you kind of feel like when he says like the unlocking and the lift away, you almost feel like this relationship and what it was perhaps had, a type of hold on him, and was, this is potentially the moment of closure to allow him to move on. That's kind of like what I thought when I'm listening to the end of Stacks. But like I said, I would definitely want to listen to 1 through 7 again and just really look at it from the lens of, okay, like this is. I wonder if there was something I should have known before going into this album. Um, but I mean, I guess I won't know now until after you guys have seen it. As far as songs go, just overall, I think that Skinny Love, I can see why it has the amount of plays that it does. It was probably the single, but it was very, very catchy, very enjoyable to listen to. Um, for Emma, I thought was fantastic. I really liked that track. Um, I also really liked um, Blindsided. Um, Even Creature Fear was like really interesting. I think overall, like you just have someone who's very um talented in their ability to sing, because from the first moment that I press play on this album, again, you got to think like I'm coming from hearing him and Taylor Swift do that song together, and him using his like really deep voice, and you get into this and you're like, oh, he's kind of just like hanging out in falsetto a bunch. And then you go deeper into the album and you start getting like this variety and range of voices that he can use. And it just led to some really beautiful, magical moments in terms of vocals, the way that he was able to layer himself with those different voices. And then on one of the tracks, I can't remember exactly which one it was. I want to say it was Blindsided, but I'm not sure. But he was kind of doing the layering thing, but he was offset, so he wasn't. All the layers weren't starting the line at the same time; they were doing it separately. And I thought that that was a really, really cool moment as well, in terms of like just some sounds that were on here. I think his use of volume was fantastic, just to kind of make you feel like there's some sort of buildup happening, and then just everything dissipating. I think the use of gaps and silence was really interesting. The echoing sounds um, that kind of played in those quiet moments really made you kind of feel like this album was like a, hey, come, why don't you come sit down with me? I'm gonna sit here with my guitar, and let me play something for you. It really felt like that, and especially at the end with Stacks, the way that it ended with the silence, with the sound. Again, it sounded like in a somebody moving in a quiet, empty room, and it really felt like, hey, why don't we come and have a session together, sit down together, and let me play some stuff for you. That's the feeling you got from this. Um, yeah, and just overall very beautiful sound, start to finish. Comment down below, guys. Let me know things that I'm missing, things that you wish I would have maybe known or checked out before getting into this. And then definitely let me know if some of my kind of mildly educated guesses at the end are kind of getting on the right track or not. I would love to kind of know. Uh, and then comment down below. Let me know what else from Bon Iver I should check out. Yeah, cool. If you guys are still here, I greatly appreciate you spending your time with me. Hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.